Hey yo, what is going on everybody? Depraved Slasher, and we are back with another music reaction. So, somebody actually just recently, this is the most recent request that I am doing. Somebody by the name of Teeny McLean has requested that we check out Five Finger Death Punch's Wrong Side of Heaven. So, I typically keep things out of, I try to keep things in order as far as what's requested so that like people don't get too much further behind than what everybody else is waiting for. But this is a situation where somebody finally requested something from a genre that's different than what I typically cover. Now, with that being said, I do listen to rock, I do listen to metal, I do listen to alternative, I listen to country, I listen to classical, I listen to pop music. Like I listen to pretty much everything except for like techno and the super duper heavy metal that you can't ever understand what the fuck they're saying. Like I don't mind melodic metal, and I don't even mind some of the growling and yelling and stuff mixed with like melodic stuff. I don't listen to the stuff where I'm straight being yelled and growled at. It's like I need lyrics that I can coherently understand in order for me to enjoy music. Um, Except for classical, which is I think more geared towards because I was a band geek in high school, so it's something that I let slide more and listen to. But no, and I would be lying if I said I haven't heard the song before. I have. It's been a very very long time though. I seen Arctic Kicks react to it not too long ago. I didn't actually watch the reaction myself. Um, I don't know why. I probably should have, but no. I just once you actually start getting to the point where you're doing a bunch of reactions, like things start slipping behind. Like it does happen. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. This is a pretty long song. It's like 7.5 minutes long. Just a quick side thing here. Five Finger Death Punch. The first time I ever heard them, I went to the Mayhem concert a few years ago now. I say couple. I was much younger. It was more like 9, 10, 11 years ago now. But Five Finger Death Punch was one of the headlining acts behind Korn and Rob Zombie and a couple others. I was there strictly for Rob Zombie. I'd already seen Korn like 4 times in concert. And we actually ended up leaving towards the beginning of Korn's set because they were the main headliners, and we've all seen Korn live, and we would rather get out of there in a quick manner than get hung up in all that traffic as the concert was letting out. But that is the first time I actually ever heard Five Finger Death Punch, and dude, I was heavily impressed. Heavily fucking impressed. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Like I said, this is Five Finger Death Punch. The song is called Wrong Side of Heaven. I'm expecting this to be a very sad song because most of their songs that they put out as singles usually pretty much are. And, hey, let's go ahead and jump into this. I would say we're going to slash it up and break it down, but there's not a whole lot to break down, so we'll react to it accordingly and talk about it and do what we do. Let's go. The ones that love you the most are the ones willing to fight for you. All right. Now, 100% I support the troops. I support the troops that defend our country, that defend our rights, that defend our country for our rights and our freedoms that we have here, that many people feel like we don't have, but we really do. If you see the way other people are living in other countries, you would understand. However, if I had one complaint about this, not every soldier goes into it so that other people don't have to. There's a lot of people that just go into it because they're full of anger and want to kill people. And I know this because I know several of them. Okay? Now, do they change while they're in there? Usually, yes. But going into it, they're very much full of anger. Or there's a lot of people that go into it or they go into the armed forces because they don't feel like they have anything else that they can do. Like they don't have any other skills to be able to push them in life. So they're like, well, I'll just join the military and go from there. And so, I mean, granted, there are some people that are like, they want to just defend our country because they want to defend our country to protect our freedoms, but not everybody's like that. And that is the one thing I actually absolutely hate about our military. I feel like if you've served our country in the military, you should be guaranteed to live at least like guaranteed by the government to like have homing for the rest of your life and places to stay and health and get, I I don't know. I think that's one of the things that are wrong in our country. Right. Okay.
I spoke to God today, and she said that she's ashamed. What have I become? What have I done?
Man, they're not gonna have like a message throughout the entire song that's popping up on screen, is it? Because sometimes, like, I could close my eyes and I vibe and I miss shit. But it said while you were watching this.
I have become. What have I done? I spoke to the devil today, and he swears he's not to blame. And I understood, 'cause I feel the same. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell.
Although I will say the lyrics themselves are giving me goosebumps, because I definitely know that feeling. Like I'm on the wrong side of heaven, but on the righteous side of hell. That's some powerful shit. That's some powerful shit. And at the end of the video, we'll talk more about the soldiers thing as well.
Wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. I heard from God today, and she sounded just like me. What have I done? And who have I become? I saw the devil today.
And that's a bummer statistic too, and a lot of that is just there's no feeling of commitment in today's society. Like the moment, like expect, like it's almost like you get married, and the moment things become hard, like people bounce. And it's even tougher for military families, because like when, say, whether it's the husband or the wife in some cases, go to the military to do what they do, they're gone for months, sometimes years, and some people just aren't willing to wait that long for their loved one to come home, especially when there's always that chance that they might not ever come home. And it's just easier for them to get away from it. And I think that's the biggest bummer of them all, because it's like they're over there again fighting to protect your freedoms, and you can't even wait that time for them to come back. And that's the one thing that they're fighting to get back to. And I think that's the worst part of it. Like, those soldiers aren't over there like having a great time and, dancing and breaking out in a song and, silly shit like that. Like, they're over there fighting, and the one thing they're fighting for is to get back home to you. But you can't even wait for them. It's fucked up. Let's keep going.
And he looked a lot like me. I looked away. I turned away. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. answer every day. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell.
He recognizes it.
The wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven
Bravo.
and the righteous side of hell.
That is also a big statistic. Very powerful message, and one that I definitely agree with. I feel like our veterans don't get the help that they need to get to where they need to be in life. And as I've said before, and there's always a bunch of, there can always be a bunch of different causes, right? Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, they get paid for what they do, but they got families, so, like, they send their money to their families so that their families can, you know, live and eat and pay bills. And so they don't always necessarily get the chance to just save that money that they make for working in the military, and they don't get that much. Like, people think that they make a shit ton of money, and it's really not that great, that big amount of money. It's just not. And so, like, then their families leave because they just can't take the distance anymore, and so that leaves them without a place to live. And then you've also got situations like, I mean, that's actually a lot of it. But there are times like they come home and they're not the same person, and so their families fall out of love because, I mean, war changes people. War changes people, and they get over their crazy shit happens. They see shit that they never thought they would ever see, and then they come home. They suffer from PTSD or maybe missing a limb or something, and so they come home, and again, the PTSD can make them act violent, even though they might not have ever been that type of person. So again, the husband or wife isn't able to deal with situations like that, or again, they feel like they can't live with somebody that's not able to fully function. So, like, if they come home missing, like, an arm or a leg or something like that, like, I've actually heard of situations where people are like, I don't know if I can still be with you if I have to actually take care of you like that. Like, and that's sad too, because I always feel like if you actually truly love somebody, it shouldn't matter what happens to them. You'll be with them until the end, man, until the end. But it's not always like that for people. It's not always like that for people. A lot of people, they have to get something out of it, and I think that's the saddest part of life, honestly. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this reaction. If you guys liked the video, be sure to slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of Five Finger Death Punch's Wrong Side of Heaven? And what are your opinions and thoughts on our situation with our veterans? Also, be sure to comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see from either, like, Five Finger Death Punch. Again, I cover all genres of music, so it doesn't matter if it's hip-hop, rock, country, pop. Try and stay away from techno, because I will not react to techno. And I will not react to super duper heavy metal. Like, if the entire song is them growling or screaming at me, like, I will write it down, but I will react to it. And if it's not something I enjoy, I will not post it on the channel, because I don't want to make my channel based around, like, I give my honest opinion things. And as long as it's something that I'm like, all right, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's all right. Like, I'll still post it and I'll talk about it, things that I like, things that I don't like about it. But I'm not going to sit here and absolutely shit on an artist that somebody absolutely loves. I'm just saying. But anyways, guys, also check the description below for my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, BitChute. The original link to this video, be sure to go over, like, and sub. Also, be sure to check the description below for the Vibe Discord, which is the main Discord I seem to hang out in nowadays. It's got artists, mostly YouTube, well, all YouTube artists as well. It's not all the YouTube artists, but the artists that are in it are YouTube artists. And it's got quite a few reactors in there, and it's where we all get together, be able to talk with fans and talk with other artists and reactors of, and communicate and set things up that way, as well as, I mean, it's just a great place. And be sure to check out the Vibe Discord YouTube page that you can also find down below. There will be some videos posted there of concerts that people are going to, as well as other things that I think we've got in the works as well. But anyways, guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and I cannot wait to see you depraved people later. Peace.